What's up YouTube? My name is Trunks9809 and today we are playing Final Fantasy VII modded. It's a favourite game of mine, and somebody recently reminded me that it could be modded, and I decided to give it a shot and see how it goes. So let's jump right in. So you'll probably immediately notice, obviously, the title screen's different. There are quite a few differences between the standard vanilla version of the game and this modded version of the game, particularly texture-wise. And I'm going to do my best not to talk over any particularly important things, but there's no real voice acting in the game, so it shouldn't really be a massive issue. I hope. Some of the music's awesome, like this bit. This is one of my favourite sound pieces in gaming of all time. To be fair, this is actually one of my favourite opening sequences for a game. Just that pullback where you see like the whole of Midgar. And then it sort of zooms in on where you're going. I do quite like it. This is probably where you'll see the first of the most obvious changes. It's a little bit weird that all the models are like stupidly high def, and then you have this like terrible static background image. But hey. Let's play with some of these configs. That, speed that up. So I have a few probably quite obvious mods. There's an auto-run mod that I have, which basically means I don't have to hold down the cancel button to run, which is fantastic. I also have battle speed set at 2 times speed, so if it becomes like really disorienting with different attacks and effects, then I may swap that back out. But for the moment, I'm okay with it. It seems to be okay. Far. Yeah, okay. So Biggs says, "Wow, you're from Soldier, alright. It's hard to believe that one of theirs has joined a group like Avalanche. Is Avalanche not in capitals?" Bestie says, "Soldier? They're the enemy. What's he doing with us?" And Biggs, quite rightly, is defending us. He's like, no, Jesse, he's not with them anymore. He quit Shinra. Didn't catch your name. Well, sir, my name is Clue. it's not really. Oh really? I can just type. How do I? Back to the controller it is. That was awkward. Cloud says, I don't care what your name is. Once this job's finished, I'm out of here. So this is using the fan-made translation Biakos, which is why the speech actually makes some sort of sense. Token black guy, who we haven't actually named yet, but we're going to find out in like 3 seconds. His name's Barrett. I love Barrett. Barrett's awesome. He's telling us off for moving as a group, telling us that our target is Mako Reactor 1, which is what we're conveniently standing outside of. So I don't really know why he's telling us that. Soldier hard, don't trust ya. Yeah, I wouldn't either, to be fair, Barrett. And Barrett tells us we can run by holding cancel, which I already have a mod that stops that, so fuck you, Barrett. And that is Mako Reactor 1. For some reason we're at the north gate, even though Mako Reactor 1 I'm sure is on the north side of the city and this is the south side of the gate, but hey, who am I to question video game logic? You can see that some of the field textures haven't been finished yet, but I mean, the battle textures are pretty good. The models are pretty good, so I'm okay with that. I love how meaty that sword sounds now. It's like some of the music's changed as well. You'll notice it when we start getting into random battles more than anywhere else, or at least that's when I noticed it. Of course it's not. I used to work for Shinra, you fanny. Basically what Cloud says. And then Barrett's going on about what Mako Energy is. Mako Energy is basically the live stream. How dismissive Cloud is. It's like, yeah, I don't really care about your environmental errors and bullshit. I'm so glad that changed. So like in the vanilla version of the game they actually say code deciphers, which, I mean, they're not really deciphering anything, they're just like tapping it into the fucking panel. So that's always kind of bugged me, so I'm glad that they changed that. I love the reactor music as well. It has that sort of electro style sound to it. It's like a gothic electronic sound. It's kind of awesome. Not really draining away the planet's life. One day that'll be like, yeah. Cloud's still not interested. Yes, the planet is going to die. All planets die eventually. Cloud just wants to finish the damn job. Come on, Barrett. We have more important things to worry about, like money. Screw the planet, as long as we get paid, we don't care. Right? So is this should be... No, actually we don't get random battles until after we planted the bomb and fought the Scorpion. Oh no, I take it back, we do get random battles here. So this music's changed. Obviously the sound effects have changed, like, even just the ding that usually happens when the ATB gauge fills up, that's changed. Barrett's gun sound has obviously changed to something slightly more realistic. And Cloud's sword actually sounds like he's hitting something. This texture obviously hasn't really changed. And now it looks even stranger when they're climbing down this ladder. Looks like he's climbing down a pole. One thing I also need to point out is that they changed the name of the magics. So, for those unaware, Final Fantasy VII is probably one of the only games that doesn't follow the rest of the series. Certainly the games that came after, where spells were called Thunder, Thundara, Thundaga. Instead, in Final Fantasy, we'll just stick with the Thunder line, it was Bolt, Bolt 2 and Bolt 3. So one of the mods that I've got installed updates all of that, which you should be able to see. Oh, I don't have the material menu yet, so you'll have to wait on that one. I was going to show you the Thunder material just to show that it had all changed, but some of the field models I've selected, because basically the mod that I installed had different options. So I picked this save point because I thought it looked cool. But there was just like an upscaled version of the original one. I did play this a little bit beforehand just to see what it was like. Whether I actually wanted to record using the modded textures. Which, as you can probably tell, I decided I did want to do. The Guard Scorpion actually has some really cool texture changes. Which we'll see in a few minutes actually. Oh, not even that. Maybe like 30 seconds or so. So, I don't know if you caught that, but the reactor actually says 1998 on it. So I'm not sure if that's like a nudge to when this game is set, as in it's set around about 1998, 2000-ish. In which case, you know, although it could just be that the game was released in 97, so they put the next year on it. So. Barrett's telling us to set the bomb because he doesn't trust us. I don't know what this is. I've never quite figured out why that happens. And it's not really... Unless it's explained in a way that doesn't make it obvious that it's explaining this later on in the game, but... See, look, Guard Scorpion actually looks pretty cool. Obviously that's not really changed that much. I think you could hit Barrett a few times to get his limit break, please. The spell effects have changed slightly as well, they're not... Ah, bollocks. Well, that hurt. Yeah, I got my wrist though, Barrett got his limit break. And it did a whole like 60 damage. Like also has limit break again. this might kill him. Nope. He should die after this thunder. Yeah, that's what I thought. So what other mods do we have? There's a mod that lets HP and damage, or HP exceeds 9,999. Damage will now go up to 32,000. And MP can go up to 9,999. Previous max is only 999. I'm not entirely sure if the damage limit is also broken. I think it is, but I could be wrong. Obviously the menus, you can tell, are different. The portraits are different. Textures we've kind of covered. Models you've seen. There were a bunch of mini-game tweaks as well that I've thrown in, but I haven't really... I don't have any saves that are that far on, because this uses a completely separate save system from Steam Crowd Saves. It also means I don't get achievements. So you may have noticed that that was back attack. Basically all you do is try and run away. Like literally just tap it and it turns around. And then that prevents you taking extra damage from the back attack. Which is pretty cool. It's an old trick, but not everyone knows about it, so I figure it's worth mentioning. I'm kind of skipping through these post-battle screens pretty quickly, because there's not really anything major to talk about in them right now. It's just, yeah, we get some gil and we get some items. I always try and take out these guys first because they can do fire, which kind of hurts. Plus the grunts are really easy to kill. It's like one hit to kill them, so. This is models bugged. There is actually a mod that lets Jesse join the party for this opening sequence, but I don't know, it felt kind of cheaty. You know, it just... There's also a mod that lets you revive Aerith, which I may add in. I may not, but I may. I haven't quite decided. I think it would be cool, but I don't know how badly that breaks the balance of the game. You'll notice I always use Barret to attack the back row, and it's because if you have a melee attacker who doesn't have a long range weapon, their attacks do less damage when they're going across rows. So there's a front row and a back row for both sides. So we have a front row and a back row as well. And I could put Barret in the back row, and because his weapon, I'm not too worried about the countdown, but because his weapon says long range weapon, if I was to put him in the back row like that, his weapon would still do normal damage. Except when he was attacking the back row of the enemy. But if I keep it like it is just now, he can quite freely attack into the back of the enemy and still do normal damage. Boom goes the reactor. See, I'm pretty sure that's the north side of the town. So the northeast. Yeah, that should keep the planet going. Sure. There's only like 20 odd other reactors for the planet. Boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Avalanche is an unhealthy obsession with explosives. Like genuinely, it feels a little bit excessive. Alright, let's head back. Rendezvous. Rendezvous is a big word. I think I was like 10 when I first played this. I had no fucking idea what the word rendezvous meant. That'd be enough. That fire is really fucking loud. I mean, it's still really fucking loud, so I don't know what slider controls it. Look, it's everyone's favourite flower girl. But guys, it's Aerith. No, don't worry about it. It's cool. We're fine. Yeah, I like flowers. Give me some flowers. Thanks, flower girl. So somehow we've been magically restored to full health and MP. Which is why you didn't really see me heal during that escape portion. And even here, like, between these sets of fights and getting back to headquarters, there's not really a lot of need to heal. I love how, like, given the option to shoot me with a gun or hit me with a stick, they choose to hit me with a stick. It's like, yep, good job guys. So there's like 3 sets of fights here, and then Cloud mysteriously escapes. Those guns must not be set to long range. Because that guy in the back should be doing 4 damage. Well, he is now because he's technically at front row. See, enemies will move up. So if you kill the front row of the enemy, then the back row becomes the new front row, but that doesn't work with players. But if somehow all of your front row characters die, then your back row doesn't suddenly become your front row, it's still your front row. It's still your back row, sorry. So close to Cloud's limit break. Pretty close to leveling up him as well. It's as far as you go. I don't have time for you guys. Seize him! No, I'm gonna jump on this train instead. Obviously this FMV hasn't been edited. Some of them have, some of them haven't, so it might just be a little bit off-putting to start with. It's like, Cloud didn't make it. That's what you think, buddy. Got him? Of course not. I wonder who could be on the roof of the train. Ta-da! This scene always, I just... It always struck me as ridiculous. They've removed the jumping sound. There's usually a noise when those when people jump. Either that or I have the special effects turned down far enough that you can't actually hear it. It could be either, to be fair. Train full of people. The last train departing from Sector 8. Our last stop is Sector 7, Train Graveyard. It's a pleasant name. Expected time of arrival 0023. Start time. Everyone panics as soon as Barrett runs out. I mean, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that he has a fucking machine gun on his arm. Famous! No, you're really not. I wonder how much this has changed. Not especially. Not at all, actually. The same shitty image. Mechanical towers. Yeah, see? It is on the northern edge. We were at the south side of the northern reactor and it was still called the North Gate. I just... yeah. This train station route always, like, made me wonder. Like, how does the train get down? Does it literally spiral around? Does the train, like, literally just spiral round and round? I don't know. At least not too much bound. Yeah, you can say that again. Rotten pizza. Obviously the animations aren't perfect. Quite a lot of clipping. We'll survive. I like to think Barrett just looks absolutely shocked at that point. Ah, so it does spiral around the main pillar. Yeah. That's a big ass spiral. Mate, you're nowhere near that door. How did you magically open it from there? It's just like, yes, through the powers of telekinesis, we shall open this door. Or something like that. But he has to run up to it to close it. Of course he does. Okay, so we are back in Sector 7. Which means this is a great place to cut the episode off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The mods I think are going to make a difference in terms of feeling like a bit of a new game, although obviously it's not a new game and I've played this like a million times, but I'm quite looking forward to seeing what the mods have changed more than anything. And obviously I absolutely love this game. This is basically the game that made me a gamer, so getting to share that with you guys is going to be quite special. But yeah, if you like the video, like it. If you dislike the video, dislike the shit out of it. Comment any questions, anything you particularly want me to see going forwards. And as always, I've been Trunks909. This is Final Fantasy VII modded, and I will see you next time.